representing you, whether I like it or not. And I wasn't going to misrepresent you. Under no circumstances. In 1979, 1978, I met a young man in Los Angeles, Kwekuando, the ethnobotanist. I said, what are you studying? Chinese medicine. I said, you look Chinese. He died. I met another black man in Chicago, Dr. Sidney. What are you studying? I'm studying homeopathy. You look like a British. That's Heinemann. He died. I saw Dr. Kite, who was responsible for me getting the place in New York. Dr. Kite was that kind. I asked him, what are you studying? He said, the Ayurvedic. But the Ayurvedic offers cream of cow milk. It offers curry, which is polymers. That's bad. Don't you know that 1/3 of world dialysis are Indian, Dr. Kite? Man, what kind of nonsense are you talking about, Sebi? I said, it is nonsense. 1/3 of the world dialysis patients are Indian because they eat curry. And curry is made up of polymers. What are polymers? Turmeric, paprika, and cumin. There aren't any plants that produces cumin and turmeric and paprika. They're laboratory products. They're going to hurt you. They're going to injure you. But the Indian doesn't know that. And Dr. Kite had no idea. He wound up in the dialysis machine and died. What do I represent? The African BioMineral balance. So when Dr. Sebi came to New York, and he saw it fit to put the ad in the paper with the recommendation and the advice of my mother said, boy, I'm going to tell you something right now. I remember you're my first son. And I wanted you to be a preacher. And you told me, what did you ask me, Mama? I said, I want you to be a preacher, Fred. And you said, I'm going to be a preacher. Mama, I want to be something better than that. And I meant that. Why did I say that? Because that's me. That's my DNA. That's my thumbprint. I'm different than you in my behavior. I'm just like you in my DNA. So the Attorney General now is confused why this man doesn't want to remove this ad. Well, I'm not going to remove it. They came and took me to jail. My mama and I were the happiest people on earth. But everybody that was working with me was crying, some of them. Marjorie was crying. And a lot of us was feeling bad. And when they put the cuffs on me and put me downstairs to put me in the car to take me to the precinct right here off of Flatbush, Channel 7 said, Dr. Sebi, do you really cure AIDS? I cure AIDS then, I cure AIDS now, and for as long as I live, I cure AIDS. Well, how do you feel to be arrested? I said, I feel good. Because the police have to do things the police way. Every step of my arrest was dramatic. When they took me to the precinct, the man who was going to put the number on my chest, he looked at me and said to the detective, You guys messed up. The detective said, why? Because this man really healed. I said, how do you know? You healed me of gout. That's how I know. I said, but sir, I have never seen you in my life. He said, no, because I sent a black policeman to tell you that he had gout. And he brought me the medicine. I was cured. I said, why did you come? Why? Because I heard one of your speeches, man, and I don't know if you love white people. I said, sir, let me tell you something. There isn't a black man anywhere in the world that hates you. We fight wars for you. We die for you. You know why? That's us. We could only afford love, but we thought that was the meaning. I said, sir, where did you get this stuff from that we hate you, that you were scared to come to me? Well, man, I didn't know. I said, I know that. He said, thank you, man. Thank you very much. Of course. I never forget what Elijah Muhammad teach me. Who is the original man? You know what's behind that? The maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, and the God of the universe. Well, we're going to live up to that. Because that was our position all through life. When I passed through Peru recently, a Peruvian said to me, do you know what you represent? I said, man, I represent so many things I may not know what you're talking about. He said, well, you are you a part of the organic family? The organic family? I said, yeah. The organic family. I said, who are they? The black man, the Anchor, the Maya, the Toltec, the Olmecs, the American Indian. I said, what made them the organic family? They didn't have any toilets. I said, that must have been pretty funky, isn't it? He said, not so. Because we only ate organic food, that which was alkali. So therefore, we could pass our fecal matter in our hand, and it didn't have any stench to it, and we put it back in the soil. But we didn't need any toilet. And we didn't have any waste. Because everything was biodegradable. We didn't know that. You see, we are a member of the organic family. So, as the case progressed against me, I'm in court now, and wait, oh, I got to bring this part out. Judge William Shorter, the black man from Washington, D.C., that many of you told me that I should change the venue to another court because the man was an Uncle Tom. I said, you know, man, I don't use those words to identify my brothers. I don't know who is an Uncle Tom. And I don't know what is an Uncle Tom. But this Judge Shorter, the black man that they said was an Uncle Tom, look what he's going to do. They're litigating me down there because, you know, in the civil case, he's judge and jury. They're litigating me down there. The Attorney General Assistant to the Spade is asking Dr. Victor Herbert, Dr. Victor Herbert, have you ever heard of any therapy that curates? He said, no. Have you ever heard of any individual that curates? He said, no. All this time, the judge got his eyes closed, cleaning his fingernails. I see this judge is careless. Then the Attorney General Assistant asked, have you heard of any compound that curates? He said, no. And the judge opened his eyes and he said, What's that?
Whoever's double parked, you guys are about to get told.
A silver Honda that's double parked outside. You need to move your car, somebody needs to get out. Or they're going to tow your car. So if you double park in front of the building, please move. Thank you.
Have you ever heard of any compound that curates? This black man, when he heard Dr. Victor Herbert said, no. The judge asked the doctor, have you opened Exhibit A, Dr. Sebi's compound? He said, no. The judge said, thank you. When the doctor saw that the judge just destroyed his premise, the doctor said, Your Honor, I know all about herbs. If I hit my monitor, I'll get 8,000 herbs in the monitor. He said, the judge said, so. He said, well, take me to the box club. The judge said, the white or the pink. I said, oh my God, this black man knows all about herbs. He's the judge. At the ending of the case, the judge said, Dr. Sebi, when you walk in my courthouse, the court wanted me to see you as a villain, but I saw an honorable man. Today, we both won. When I was 18 years of age, I said that I want to do something that makes a difference. I didn't do anything but to become a judge. But today, you gave me the privilege to judge that which makes a difference. So we both won today, and it helped me. He said, now, you got to go across town to the criminal side. That's in Brooklyn on Adams Street, Supreme Court. I got there, judge and jury, the press and everybody. And I'm the boy that didn't go to school. I never been to school. You see, my grandfather told my grandmother, don't send this nigga to school. Let him stay home. I like his brain. And I was a happy little boy. By the river every day. Naked all the time. I was naked until I was 11. I was very fit. I didn't wear those shoes. In fact, my grandma didn't have any money to buy those shoes. And I didn't even care. So that's why I know that a child doesn't know what poverty is. Because poverty is unreal. So the Attorney General now, I'm in court, and they got all these people, and I am the one now, the uneducated brother. Of course I am. I even find pride in knowing that I am uneducated. Why is that? Gorilla doesn't go to Port Arthur to get no degree. Gorillas, train gorillas. I have to go to a white boy to get a PhD, oh my God. The judge walked in. You gotta put your hand in the Bible and swear to tell the truth, not but the truth shall help you God. I said, no. I'm not going to put my hand on the Bible because many have placed their hand on the Bible and have perjured themselves. The Bible doesn't guarantee truth. I guarantee truth. Not that Bible. The judge said, let him sit. The case began. What is your argument? I say, I have 3 questions. 3 questions? I say, yeah. You know, I make things simple. You see, I'm the boy that didn't go to school. I follow my own rule, not the rule of the philosophers. What comes into my brain, I put that into execution. I say, Ron, I have 3 questions. What are they? You know anything you say will be held against you? I say, that's been all my life. What are the questions? Well, is it a fact that the Bible shows that the herbs are for the healing of the nations? She said yes. Herbs? She said yes. Herbs are for healing? She said yes. Is it a fact that the father of medicine, Mr. Hippocrates, established the principle of medical science by curing all disease? Did he use chemicals or herbs? The judge said, herbs again. Last question, Your Honor. Is it a fact that science shows that the human body is carbon-based? And because the human body is carbon-based, the substance that is to complement that carbon-based body has to be carbon-based. She said, yes. I said, because when a substance is carbon-based, there is electricity. And you, my brothers and sisters, are electrical. Electric plant, electric body. That you call is chemical affinity, compatibility, and there is assimilation. Wow, the judge said, what school did you go to? I said, Your Honor, I've never been to school. You've never been to school? And where did you get this information? I said, the same place the eagle got her information from when she makes her nest. The same way the beaver got his information when he made that dam to catch that fish. Do you need to go to school to use common sense? Does the school teach us common sense? No. The school teaches philosophy. And that's what we get in medicine today. So, Your Honor, if Mr. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, used herbs to cure diseases, when did it change? They didn't know, but I knew. It changed with a Dutchman in Holland, 1729. Bombastus von Hohenheim, better known as Paracelsus. Why did he change it? Because he found that Hippocrates had gone to Africa and found some black folks hanging on trees and swinging and running here and there and never gotten sick. And when he noticed, it was the leaves that they were eating that kept them alive and strong. Oh my God, he went back and wrote, your medicine should be your food, or your food should be your medicine. And incidentally, when I went to Africa, I found one that told me, when I asked him, I said, what is the food of the black man? He said, nothing. Oxygen. Well, today is my 62nd day of not eating. And why my body doesn't give me the signal of hunger? I am not supposed to be in front of you talking on a 62 days fast. You know why I came? I came because of you. We have set the date to come today, and I knew that my body was not in total shape to come to see you. But I had to do it. This young man here brought this chair because last night I was in Philadelphia, and in the middle of my speech I fell out. I had to fall out. I was using a lot of energy and I'm fasting for 2 months. But that was okay. I know I will return. And I finished this speech and everybody loved it and so did I. So today I want you to know that a black man could go many months and years without eating. And as for right now, we need to change our diet quick. Because the love that we need to muster, to share among ourselves, would not surface until we remove vestiges of blood and starch from our body. We beat our children, we hate the neighbor hates you, and I live that. I never hate my children though, but I used to hate my neighbor. I even hated my wife, I want to kill her. I want to kill Marilyn. I really did. You know, insanity Insanity is dangerous. Because while you are indulging in it, you are totally unaware. Now, let us stop that. Let us see what is it that we, the black race, has to offer the world as an entity of healing, as a method. We have the African BioMineral balance. The judge said, the Dr. Victor Herbert said, when the judge asked me, Dr. Sebi, why do you give everybody the same compounds? The same, yes, compounds or remedies. I said, because there's only one disease. One disease? Dr. Victor Herbert jumped up and said, this man is insane. He's unscientific. And the man didn't know what he was doing. I said, Your Honor, if I am unscientific, as Dr. Victor Herbert said, he is 100% right. But if science has to be the barometer or the yardstick that we're going to use to reverse disease, science already has 500 years. They have not cured one. So it behooves us to look outside of science. And what do you have outside of science, Dr. Sebi? You have the African BioMineral balance. Victor Herbert jumped up and said, I've never heard of such a thing. Your Honor, Dr. Victor Herbert is right again. He had never heard of the African BioMineral balance. But we have to remind the good physician that he has not heard of a whole lot of other things. And that the African BioMineral balance only happened to be one of those things.